Okay, so basically, we are starting Linux Administrator course from today. Okay, so it is very, very important to learn Linux operating system, whether you wanted to do career in Azure, in AWS, or any cloud. Okay, so Linux operating system, at least you should know basic commands of Linux operating system whenever you have to do some troubleshoot that may be related to OS, that may be related to connectivity, network, some file system, EBS storage. So for all those kind of troubleshooting, you should know basic knowledge of Linux operating system. Okay. So uh, what I'm going to do, uh, there is one Linux operating system you may have idea, Red Hat Linux operating system. So they have their own exam. Okay. So that the name of exam is RHCSA. Okay. So this is a Red Hat certification course, associate course. So if you learn Red Hat and see this I'm this course is all related to Red Hat Linux, but you know Red Hat is nothing but one flavor of Linux. Okay, so what is Red Hat? Red Hat is flavor of Linux. Okay, so this is based on Linux kernel. Okay, so if you have any Linux operating system, like it may be Amazon Linux. So Amazon Linux is dedicatedly used by AWS Cloud. Okay. When Azure, if you use Azure Cloud, then you cannot use this Linux operating system. Okay. But you have, other than Linux, we have Ubuntu. Okay. We have CentOS. We have Kali Linux. So these are different flavors of Linux. Okay. And one of the flavor is Red Hat. Okay. So when you study Red Hat, almost 80 to 90% content is the same. Okay, there is minor difference when you use Ubuntu or uh, CentOS is like same that as that of Red Hat. But if you use Amazon Linux or if you use any Oracle Linux is also there. So if you use Oracle Linux or if you use Ubuntu, then there is only 20% difference. So if you study Red Hat, then easily you can use other flavor of Linux also. Okay. So in Red Hat certification course, okay, why we uh, uh, focusing on certification? Okay, so you need not to do certification, but you should learn whatever content is there in certification. Okay, so what is the advantage of that? This course is designed by Red Hat. So this is actually one of the private company. Okay, so what they have Linux. They use Linux kernel. Okay, and with the help of Linux kernel, okay, Linux kernel is it is free. Okay, or we can say open source. Okay, so what they did, they take this source code of Linux. They have some modification. Okay, and they developed one new operating system that is called as Red Hat. Okay, so this certification is designed by Red Hat. So all important aspects, topics which are utilized in organization that is covered in certification. That's why I'm focusing on this certification. Okay, so not certification, you can say certification course. So I'm going to teach you in next almost 1 month or more, maybe more than 1 month. I am teaching all contents which is present in this course. Okay. So any doubt? So see, just I would like to within some
Hello.
minimum time. Yes.
Kapil sir, as you said, you're going to focus on the Red Hat certification course, right? So
Ah,
whatever the contents are there, according to that, you're going to make the sequence of this session.
yes. Yes.
Okay, so can you please make the PDF of that sequence as well so that everyone will get?
Yeah, yeah. So today I am
Okay.
just briefing overview, and from tomorrow I will give content. Okay, what should be the order? Okay, so initially we have like file management. Then there is one topic like user management. So all whatever content is there in that course or whatever is required, what is expected as a cloud engineer or DevOps engineer or whatever tools you are working uh, or they are related to cloud. Okay, and for that, all contents in the sequence manner I will provide tomorrow. Okay, I will prepare one slide for that. Okay, PPT for that. Okay, so let me. I have prepared one PPT for you. Okay, so let me start from scratch. Okay, so screen is visible, right? Okay, so see, this is just one kind of overview, or you can say how Linux is developed. Okay, so just we are discussing historical background of Linux. Okay, so Unix origin. So first Unix is originated in 1969. Okay, and that is at Bell Labs. Okay, so there were two scientists. One of the scientists is Kane Thompson. Okay, or you can say instead of scientist, it is better to say software engineer Kane Thompson, and another one is Dennis Ritchie. Okay, so these two they have large contribution in order to create Unix. Okay, then actually when they have created Unix, so they that at that time hardware was very bulky. Okay, so you will not imagine that is almost you can say it is very difficult to move that hardware from one place to another place. So that hardware was very bulky. Okay, so at that time it was not very handy to use those Linux that not Linux that Unix operating system. Okay, so in 1980, you can see there is a GNU project. Okay, so this is uh, developed by Richard Stallman. Okay, and his aim is just create free Unix-like operating system. Okay, so this is advancement. Okay, so this Richard Stallman just this whatever project he has developed, named as GNU project. Okay, so it is he just promoting to create free Unix-like operating systems. Okay, but they try to create operating system like Unix. Okay, but they are not able to create a kernel like Unix. Okay, so later on, what they did, they use Unix, which was created by these two scientists, Ken Thompson and Dennis Ritchie. Okay, and they created one software, and they have kept that software free, so anyone can use that source code. Okay, they can do modification, so anyone can use that. So this project they ensure. free use of software. Whatever is developed under GNU project, that is free to all all peoples. Even you can use that GNU whatever sources, whatever soft operating systems are there, you can use, you can modify. So what Red Hat did? So Red Hat did same thing. Okay, they use Unix. Okay, advanced flavor of Unix is Linux. They use free open source Linux kernel. They have done some modification, and now they have very big business. Okay, so later words. Okay, in 1991, Linus Torvald. Okay, started working on Linux as a personal project. How Linux uh, came from? Okay, from where Linux came. So this, see, you can see the name of that engineer is Linus Torvald. Okay, so what he uh, did, he first three letter of his name. Okay, so first three letter is LIN, and he used Unix, which is developed in 1969. Okay, so last from Unix, okay, he used UX. Okay, and he gave name Linux. Okay, and whatever I have given in whiteboard, like Red Hat, then Ubuntu, Fedora, so all these flavors are generated from this Linux operating system only. Okay, any queries? So just I will repeat exactly what happened. First in 1969, okay, these two engineers, Ken Thompson and Dennis Ritchie, created Unix. Okay. In 1980, Richard Stallman launched the GNU project. What GNU project did, so it is targeting to create free Unix-like operating system. Okay, but they failed to create Unix operating system or Unix kernel. Okay, so they use Unix kernel and they created different software, and they kept source code free to all users. In 1991, okay, Linus Torvald created a kernel, okay, and he used source code which is used by Unix, okay. So he developed one new kernel and name is given by Linux. Linux first three letters comes from his name, and UX is for Unix. Okay, that's why we have name Linux. So please note that Linux is actually not operating system. Linux is kernel. So let me go to whiteboard. Okay, okay, I will show one diagram. So see what happen whenever there is any computer. Okay, so we have computer. So when you have computer, you have hardware, right? So what is hardware? Hardware is like your keyboard, okay, your screen, okay. There is motherboard, okay. There is mouse. We have RAM, random access memory. We have CPU. These are hardwares, okay. So when you say computer, we have hardware. So we have core thing of computer is hardware, and hardware is all these things, okay. Then we have kernel, okay. So kernel is one type of program, okay, which sits between hardware and your shell. Okay. So what happens when you open terminal? So let me show you what is shell here. So already I have already I have opened this. Okay. So already I have created one server. Okay. So you can see this is the
Sir, we
server.
can only see the whiteboard.
Oh, okay. Now, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I am not able to do any changes.
Sir, click on the screen. It's not active.
I'm clicking on the screen. Still, it is. I'm not able to type anything. Let me log in again. Hmm. Are you able to see my screen, terminal?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I have created one RHEL server. Okay, and I have logged into that server. Okay, so this is my server. Now this is my terminal. Okay, or you can say this is your shell as well. So just I can type here different commands. Okay, so for list I have ls. Okay, now there is nothing in this directory, that's why it is showing empty. So let me go to root directory. So using cd you can go in root directory, and if you do ls, then you can see different files and folders which are present in this directory. Okay, so here ls is one command, cd is again one more command. Okay, clear is one command in order to clear the screen. Okay, So let me open whiteboard again. Damn, I will not able to see that whiteboard. I guess. Actually, I'm using Zoom after a long time. So maybe that so let me open in Paint. Okay. So here, okay. So here you can see there is hardware. Okay. So there is hardware. Then we have Linux. Sorry, we have kernel. Okay. That is your Linux kernel. And at the outermost, there is shell. Okay. So when we type command like ls, clear, or cd, okay. So all these commands we are typing in shell. Okay, that means we are using this shell. Okay, and that is shell we can see in terminal. So indirectly you can you can say terminal is nothing but shell. Okay, so in order to pass the commands, we use terminal. Okay, and these commands, okay, we are giving to shell. Okay, so what process is there when you type ls? Okay, so that request goes to kernel, and kernel passes that request to hardware. So that is with help of some signals. Okay, that is in the form of binary 1001 0. Okay, so we need not to think in this. So just only think that kernel sits in between hardware and shell. Okay, so whatever commands you are giving, that is passed by shell. Okay, we are giving command to shells. Shell passes those commands to kernel. Kernel passes those commands with the help of some signal to hardware. Hardware will react as per that, and you will get output. Okay, so for example, in your mobile, okay, so you open WhatsApp. So when you click on WhatsApp, okay, that icon, WhatsApp icon, when you click on WhatsApp icon, okay, that means you are going to open WhatsApp. Okay, so you are passing command. Which command? To open WhatsApp. Okay, to the shell. Then shell passes that command to kernel, and kernel passes that request to your hardware, that is which is in your mobile. Okay, so remember, mobile Android is also one type of flavor of Linux. Okay, so it also utilizes Android is one operating system, but behind that there is kernel which works on Linux Linux concept. Okay, so Linux is one kind of kernel, and whatever operating system which is developed using Linux kernel. Okay, so that maybe you can call as Ubuntu. Okay, it may be Red Hat. Okay, it may be Amazon Linux. Okay, and so on. Okay, clear? So, okay, so this is just overview of Linux. What is Linux? And with the help of Linux, we have operating system like Ubuntu, Red Hat, and so on. Okay. Any queries?
No, sir.
Okay. So today, just I'm giving overview of two commands. Okay, three commands. So let me go to again this terminal. Okay. Now here you can type one command which shell. Okay, so just I have discussed that this is terminal, and terminal is nothing but one platform to access shell. Okay, so if you say which shell, then we can see here user bin which. Okay, or okay, so it is showing. Okay, it is not showing expected outcome. So let me type go dollar shell. So it is showing. See, it is slash bin slash bash. So we have some type of shell. Okay, one is bash, that is born again shell. Then one is again sh, only sh. Okay, let me show you here. Okay, we have sh. Okay, so this is legacy kind of shell. Okay, then we have bash. Okay, that is born again shell. Then we have ksh. Okay, so we have different type of shell. So generally we use bash shell. Okay, so using this command echo, okay, and dollar represent, actually this is environment variable. We are going to study command, what is dollar, what is environment variable in upcoming session. Okay, now just here remember, with the help of echo dollar shell, I am taking which shell is using here, and I have got this output. That means I am using bash shell. Okay, any queries? So
No.
here, see, with the help of clear command, we can clear everything. Okay, now next command is pwd. Okay, so here pwd represent your present working directory. Okay, P for present, W for working, D for directory. Okay, so here you have slash. There is one more concept I would like to tell you. Okay, so actually still I am not able to see whiteboard. So already I have one default whiteboard. Let me see whether I have or not. Actually, I have deleted that whiteboard. Okay, where is? Let me go to Paint again. Okay. So see, there is pwd command. Okay, so pwd means present working directory. Okay, so okay, so I want to discuss before this. Okay, pwd. So I want to discuss about one directory called as root directory. Okay. Then we have root user. Okay. And there is one more concept called as root, which represents home directory. Okay. So like confusion, right? Here I am saying one root directory, root is the name of directory. Root is also name of user. Root is also home directory of root. Okay. So let me show you these things. Now see here, this is root. Okay. So this is user. So if I type exit, then you can see here EC2 user. Okay. So here now I am acting as EC2 user. Okay. If I want to switch to root user, then I have to use this command sudo su hyphen. Okay. Then now see, user is root. That means we have login as a root. Okay. So here you can create different users. Okay, you can create user with your name also. Okay, so that is we are studying in user management part. Okay, now just remember, whenever you open any server, whatever is here, it represents user. So here user is root. Here user was EC2 hyphen user. Okay, so here you can see root is the user. Here everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now see, this is the concept of root user. Now, what is root directory? So, if you have, see, okay, so any operating system, whether it is Linux file operating system, okay, actually Linux is the name of kernel, and operating system which is developed from Linux. Let us say it is Linux operating system. So generally we say Linux operating system, but actually it is not operating system. Linux is always kernel. Okay, but generally whatever operating system is there which utilizes kernel Linux, that is called as Linux OS. Okay, so Linux, any operating system, even your Windows operating system, okay, that is made up of file system. Okay, so here parent directory is root directory. Okay, so what is root? Parent or top directory. Okay, then below root, it is represented by this sign. Okay, slash. So let me go to console. Now here we have one command cd. Okay, cd stands for change directory. Okay, so if you want to go to root directory, then what you have to do? Just type cd slash. Okay, I am typing cd then slash. Now see here, you can see this slash. Okay, so that means you are in root directory. Now see, pay attention please. What is this? Tell me, what is this? What is ROOT? What is root here?
Sir, root directory.
Oh my God, no.
User, sir. Root user.
User,
Correct.
sir.
Right.
Users.
This is root user. Okay. And this slash represent root directory. Okay. Now
Yes.
under this directory, we have different directories. Okay. Like home. then etc, then bin. Okay, we have mnt. Okay, so there are 17, 18 directories. Again, home, we have different directories of user. Okay, in etc, there are all configuration files. In bin, we have binary files, which is used for commands like ls, clear. This is used for mount purpose. So every directory has a different purpose, and that is always under root. This is the topmost directory. Okay. So if you go in over the console again, and if you take pwd, now you can see the location is slash. Okay, here also you can see location is slash. That means this is root directory. Okay. Any queries? Now there is one more concept. Okay, so there is one more concept we saw. Root is one user. We just discussed root is top directory in Linux. Now we are studying one more root, which is home directory of root user. Okay, so whenever you you created user, okay, then you can see your home directory. That means suppose later on you have created one user with name John. Okay, then automatically whenever you create user, then it in home directory. Okay, just I discuss under root we have home directory, and in home directory with the name of this user John, okay, we can create one home directory. Okay, so whatever John whatever want to create file, okay, directories, that will be under this folder. Okay, now so this is root is home directory of root user. So you can see now already we have root user. So let me go to cd. Cd means change directory. So I want to go in root. Okay, root is parent, slash represent parent. Okay, and I am typing here root. What does it mean? cd, that means we want to go inside the root directory, and inside the root directory we have one folder called as root. Okay, so I can show you here also. So here I can just type ls. Okay, so with the help of ls stands for list. So see, this is one more command. So what commands we have studied? pwd, then we have studied change directory cd, then we have studied pwd. Now ls stands for list. So whatever is there in this directory, okay, we want to check what is there inside root directory. So you can use ls. So if I type ls, then you can see AFS, you can see boot, you can see EFI, home directory is there. Okay, so I have shown you here under root. Okay, we have home, we have etc, we have bin. So you can see these many directories are there. Boot, we have lib64, see we have mnt, we have opt, we have one root also. Okay, so here if you want to access this directory, then you can just type cd/root. Okay, and here if you type pwd, okay, then you can see here /root. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, now tomorrow I am going in detail with cd, ls. Okay, there are some additional commands or format of these commands. Okay, that we discuss tomorrow. Okay, so let me start recording first.